Okay, everybody. I'm taking just a short little break from my F4F Wildcat build to do a little more work on the GTO. I mixed up another batch of the Tamiya polyester putty. I don't know. I couldn't get this portion of the grill, the light bezels, as high up into that nook on the fender well as I really wanted it. It was close, but it just wasn't as clean as I wanted it. So mixed up the putty, slathered it in there, and then pressed it home and let it sit overnight. So what I'll need to do now is obviously sand all that, file it, sand it. The one thing that's really going to make difficult is painting, because obviously this is to be chrome, but this portion right here at the top, that'll be body color. Both quarter panels, obviously, body color. The hood, obviously. So I'm going to have to do my due diligence to mask that off. I'm sure what I'll probably do after primer is mask off the areas that'll remain body color and then spray gloss black base on here and then whatever chrome finish on top of it. And then when that's all dried, mask it off to spray the rest of the body color. Or I may have to do that the other way around. I may have to do body color first and then mask it off and do the chrome, which that might actually be the better way, since I know a lot of the chrome paints don't hold up very well to being handled. So I'm sure putting masking tape on it would really not do me any favors. So, but that's where we're at with the body, or at least the front grill area. And then for the interior, so I showed you before, I have sprayed it. I put down the flocking in the bed. I still need to add the interior details, do some detail painting to the seat belts, whatnot. And then, I don't know, mistakenly, I thought this was a manual transmission, but it's not set up that way in the kit. But mine, this build will be manual transmission. So I've got this Detail Masters Hurst shifter PE kit, and I've trimmed off 2 of these levers, and they're identical. On one side it says Hurst, and what you do is you lay one over the other and then you glue them together. Well, if I can get them. Anyway, so you glue them together. This is the base plate for the boot that would be around this area. All right. And what I'll do is I'll probably mix up just a little bit of that putty and then mold a boot inside of that and then stick my shifter into it. And of course it's got these little lead balls that are the shifter knob. You gotta use a micro drill, make a little hole so you can put the end of that shift lever into it. And then that'll get painted white. The shift lever will stay in the bare metal like a chrome. So that's what I'm going to work on now, is getting this made and installed, and then we'll go from there. All right, my reference photos, the one I'm trying to replicate, the center console has a wood grain fill, as well as the dashboard, the cluster instrument panel. So I'm going to try to replicate a wood grain effect here. I've got some XF68 NATO Brown in my palette. I've got a little bit of the Mr. Leveling Thinner in the cup, and we're just going to brush it on, let it dry, and then I'll probably come back with transparent orange or transparent yellow and try to get that wood look to it. So it's kind of an experiment. I've seen other people do it, so we'll see how it goes. All right, so that's with just the NATO Brown on it. And it actually already is starting to look almost like a wood grain. But I think I haven't really decided yet if I'm going to use the clear orange or the clear yellow. I might even do a layer of both, but I think that'll help that that effect a little bit. I even did the steering wheel. That's going to need a little more work as well. But so step by step, we're coming along. So that kind of brings us up to date on where I'm at with the GTO. Now this isn't glued on, but there's the interior tub sitting on the chassis. And then, man, the front end of this body is still a lot of work. I'm trying to get the nose. People have talked about that it kind of loses the point on the nose that the original car has. This kit is a little bit too flat for that. So I've added a little bit of evergreen styrene sheet to try to build that up and make a little bit more of a pointed nose on it. I don't know how that's going to work out really. Yeah. And I think I might be missing parts. The instruction sheet shows 2 inserts for the grill that go around those marker lights on the interior, and I can't find them anywhere. I was sure I saw them when I unboxed this thing, but I don't know. I don't know where they went to. So anyway, this is still ongoing work here. And I'll be getting back on my Wildcat here shortly. I got to get that one done soon. This one, if I do work on it a little more than I have been, I might be able to have this thing ready by the end of the month. I don't know. I'm not going to make it a priority to do that, but it could happen. So, anyway, thanks for joining me, and hope to see you again soon, whether it's on the GTO or the Wildcat. Please come join me. Y'all have a good week. Peace and love. Bye now.